Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. Lucas Verissimo finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
Well, he's a real physical presence to start with, and for me, he anticipates the game extremely well. What I like about him most, though, is the effect he has on the rest of the defence. He's one of those players that makes other players play better. He's always talking.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, just skips past his man.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And he's had it nicked away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Been a rather gentle affair so far. Lucas Verissimo. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And it's Neymar. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Memphis Depay, and this is Felipe Anderson. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, somewhat off target. He's shifting through the gears here. Real chance here. Lucas Verissimo. Turns back here, probably the best option. Almost half an hour in now. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And here's Neymar, and he's managed to get free. That's surely a foul, free kick. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Verissimo. Strong running down that left flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ups for safety. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, that's nice. Now the delivery. Cedric Suarez tries to clear. Cedric Suarez is one whose deliveries we all know about.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
The Arrascaeta. Well, there's the clearance. That is the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. The second period is on the way.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Driving on and making good progress. Felipe Anderson. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, that's a key interception. Verissimo. Knocks it into space. And this is Neymar. He's having a shot! And another try! Well, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
De Arrascaeta, very much a man of this moment. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. It's a sharp pass. 60 minutes played. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
De Arrascaeta does well not to be outdone there. Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Probing pass. Neymar being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Santos have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And this is Depay. Oh, that's well spotted. Front-footed pressing going on here. That's good running with the ball. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's superb. Here comes the corner.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
Santos with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Camisa 18, Felipe Anderson. Camisa 11, camisa 10. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 42. Camisa
And it's been taken
41.
short.
Camisa 19. Camisa 7. Teremos
He's
uma
found some space.
substituição.
And it's Neymar. Neymar! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence. Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Has it out wide and in space.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Skims one in.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes. Another 30 minutes, hopefully, to make a difference.
Senhoras e senhores, vejam no telão os horários dos trens nas principais estações da região.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That's a good run down the left. Wiggles his way through. Well read, nice interception. Lino. He's a sharp little ball here. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras. Camisa 13. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 4.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. This is a great chance to take a lead. He's had a crack. Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
It's an mighty looking ball, that. Nino powering forward here. Some astute defending there.
Oh, good read. He read that really well and stopped it.
Torres. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nice looking ball. He can run onto that, and he thumps it clear. Oh, lovely feeding, is such a good mover. So just 15 minutes still to come. There are plenty of tired limbs and minds out there. We may be looking at penalties here. And we're off for the final time. 105 minutes of deadlock, 15 minutes to break it. Stood up well to him there. It's a searching pass. Esteval gets into a good position.
Substituição.
Suarez. Another throw-in. Crosses it in. Getting up there! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Could be danger here. He's picked his way through.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And once more he proves rigid and robust.
Santos appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
Lino going after that. Rincon. Nicely weighted ball. Driven in. Oh, good effort! That was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
And he gets rid in a hurry. That's it, there is no more. It is going to penalties. So after all of that, what can we say?
Well, Peter, I think you can only be amazed with the level of endeavour and industry shown by everyone here. Okay, two sides ultimately cancelled each other out, but I think everyone has put in a hell of a shift here.
So after 2 long, inconclusive hours, here we go. It's penalties. It's almost time. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. 1-0.
That's the example they will want to follow.
Big character, big moment, big save. Palmeiras are looking for comfort. Oh, great save! That is a great save! So on to the second man. Never in doubt. So both teams on the board. We're on to number 3 here.
Yeah, he looks so confident as well. The keeper's notes didn't help him then.
Up steps the man with the armband. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Palmeiras are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. Of course, and that is a giant step towards the line.
A great position now, but still work to be done.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Sao Paulo.
And so a wonderful view of this most hallowed turf. A truly special feeling, no matter who is playing at Wembley. Wembley Stadium, connected by EE. We are just getting started. Van Dijk reaching his double century today, well on his way to becoming a part of the furniture in this part of the footballing world.
Yeah, and he looks like he's raring to go here too, Peter. You can really tell how eager he is to leave his mark on this game. And when he's in that sort of a mood, he usually gets what he wants.
Now it's Pelé. Pelé! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. Stojkovic threads one in. Shevchenko showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Van Dijk. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Rijkaard. Neymar is herring after that one. Right, Shevchenko. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's got away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Shevchenko. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Albert Ferrer. Sao Paulo are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Stojkovic will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Donadoni cuts out the pass. Neymar.
Definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Pull it. And this is Messi. Albert Ferrer.
This is the time you need that pace.
Right, Shevchenko. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Spread to the right. Messi has it in a wide position. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Stojkovic. And the finish!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And it's Stojkovic, closing in on goal. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Albert Ferrer. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Is there any support? He might not need it. Neymar. Stojkovic. Neymar. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Vieira gets a foot in here. Ferdinand. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
Please turn your attention to the screen
for
views
on the first half.
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. Down to business again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
A lovely pass, but can he get there? Very nicely done. That's good defending, very good defending. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rijkaard. More and more pressure on the ball here. Now Van de Ven. Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. Gerrard being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he's straight offside. Donatoni, Van Dijk, Gerrard, and it's Stojkovic, tries to pass it through, and Shevchenko!
The attendance for this match.
The keeper has reacted superbly there, really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Neymar with the short one. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And now a sudden chance to counter. Kronic. He's a sharp little ball here. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Gerrard. Now it's Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's in a great position here. Played out towards the right wing. Neatly clipped into space. Stojkovic. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight.
Sao Paulo are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Shevchenko. That is good strength. Shevchenko! Andrei Shevchenko! Formidable! Truly formidable! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! And that could well be the winner!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Oh, well played.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 9, Ibrahimovic. Number 10, Pele. Number 19,
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Messi. Number 7,
Well, there's plenty to like about
Coming
this
on the
approach.
field,
Get your head down,
number
keep
20,
battling away, and eventually
Echo.
things might change for
Number
you.
34, Del Piero. Number 11, Bale.
Tries a shot!
Number 18, Gattuso.
It's not gone well. Vieira cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
The two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Turan gives no quarter whatsoever. And that's going to be a booking. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Oh, good spread. Stood up well to him there. time and again they are repelled. Very much into the last knockings.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from him.
It's ended up in no man's land. Back to the keeper. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There will be
That's
3
just playing it
minutes at a
safe
time.
and simple.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That pass isn't the best. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. And he skips past his man. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance to deliver. Thuram can get it clear. Played back in. Leicester getting... That's at the end. Sao Paulo have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Sao Paulo, of course, one of the best supported sides in Brazil, in the whole of Latin America. The Morumbis, the ultimate shrine, where 66,000 or so congregate week in, week out. Things already rolling. Stojkovic! Stojkovic! That's wonderful!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
A truly wicked strike, high on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now that looks a decent ball, and nicely intercepted. That pass isn't the best. Now it's Stojkovic. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for options for movement. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Good ball, good take. And he's straight offside. Gerrard. Albert Ferrer. And it's Gerrard. Well, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Now, this could be a chance. Vitinha. Sao Paulo leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Well-timed, excellent interception. Albert Ferrer. To Messi. It's a good run down the right. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Adams. First quarter of an hour gone. And here's Bobatov. Van Basten. Van de Ven. Sao Paulo already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Goulet. Right, Shevchenko. He's got away. Shevchenko. Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. He is going into that little black book. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. And here's Goulet. In towards the back stick. De Gea deals with that nice and simple. Nice created. Chance, surely! And that is quite wonderful! About as smooth as it gets! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Sao Paulo are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now it's De Bruyne. And De Bruyne! And that's in! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late reacting to that.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Barcelona cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Van der Ven. It's not an especially good pass, that. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Silvestre made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Donatoni. And it's Gerrard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Goulet. Stojkovic. That is great defending, so alert. Azar conjures time and space where few can. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And here's Mbappe. Van der Ven calmly anticipates. Donatoni. Shevchenko. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now he's off and running. Serginho. And it's Hakimi. And here's Azar. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Albert Ferrer. Gerrard. No, he wasn't going to let him past. This is a promising build-up. Oh, important interception. Van der Ven. That's it, 45 minutes up. It was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Sao Paulo ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. Down to business again. Good play on the left-hand side here. Hazard. Goulet, very much a player of the moment. Looks to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Donatoni. Messi has created one goal already. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Stojkovic.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Van de Ven. Vitinha. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Stojkovic. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Adams has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. Gerrard, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Vitinha. That's an imaginative pass. Rijkaard. Now Albert Ferrer. Rijkaard. And it's Van Dijk. Balotelli.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 71.649
The
espectadores.
defence. That is expertly dealt with. De Bruyne. Vitinha. Vitinha will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. It's Bellingham. Ups for safety. De Bruyne, given the lift of his goal. Silvestre. And it's Bellingham.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Bellingham. Look at the space here. Van Dijk. Serginho. Hazard. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Goulet knocks it into space. That has not gone well. 75 minutes played. He's found a way through. Finds himself, takes a shot! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Teremos uma substituição.
The chance to pull further clear. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
And that's it. That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my... Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. The Urbano Caldera, it really is a wonderful place to be. A ground graced by some of the greatest in Brazilian football, heroes and legends. So things are underway. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games.
Centre of attention, of course, Zico.
Now he can play.
Well, you know, he isn't just a playmaker, Peter. He puts the hard yards in, and he has the presence to be quite a strong leader too.
So it's no surprise that so many idolise him and emulate him.
Brazilian flair and elegance is tough to emulate, but very easy to admire.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Neymar. Sao Paulo do have a chance to counter here. Saul. And it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Zico. Zico. It's and a shot! Oh, great low ball in.
Oh, that really should have found the net. The service was faultless, and I'm going to leave it there.
This looks promising. Zico. Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Cross from Zico. Oh, good effort! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Santos still without a single shot on target. Lucas Verissimo. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Neymar. And they can counter here. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Lucas Verissimo kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's been cut out, well played. Saul. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Neymar. Tries to play it through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Well, he's ended up in no man's land. Neymar. Lucas Verissimo cuts out the pass. Can he get on the end of this? Well, he's done very well to take that back. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pinches it off him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That's a dangerous ball. Samuelino! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Sao Paulo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he is going into that little black book. He's in a great position here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the toe.
And the finish! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And this is Neymar. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Great vision. Now this could be a chance. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Lino. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. And maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. The second half is up and running.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Threads one in. Oh, super find. There's the shot! There's it all! It is an explosive start to the second half. That was a given. It always was.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Santos have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Neymar being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Santos are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Público presente na partida de hoje,
9.420
espectadores.
And this is Neymar. Now it's Zico. It's Zico! And no mistake. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Sao Paulo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substituição no time do Santos. Camisa 6.
Santos choosing to make the first change.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Sao Paulo restore parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Who saw this coming? Santos are hurt by just about the final punch. Now it's Pelé, Lino. Oh, played right into his path. Pelé! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Sao Paulo certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Santos perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
He's found space here. He's picked his way through. Santos claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
Teremos uma substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Lino plays it short. Now it's Lino. Well seen, saw that coming. And he gets rid in a hurry. Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. Now it's Paulinho. And that was asking for too much.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been won straight back. Neymar does have his name on the score sheet, of course. No, that's been intercepted. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Shooting chance! Goal! Santos! And they're back in front. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. We're up and running then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding.
Nakamura! Oh, brilliant stop from Court! Oh, he's been caught napping!
Eintracht Frankfurt would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You could feel it.
Howson. Gerrard. He'll play for Rijkaard. And it's Messi. Messi ventures forward. Stojkovic. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And Batistuta! Batistuta! Utterly brilliant! A finish right from the top draw. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. Gerrard. Neymar! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Gorgeous! Just gorgeous!
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Shevchenko. Oh, that's neat. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he decides to cross it. Messi. And it's Stojkovic. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that's a fine interception. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Donadoni going forward. And this is Shevchenko. Shoots! Goal! Sao Paulo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Sao Paulo leading now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Gerrard. And it's Rijkaard. Distributed tidily. Rijkaard.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Shifted it to the flank. Now, can they get him away? And that was very necessary. And smartly reclaimed. That's really well manoeuvred. Nakamura. Takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? That is not gone well. And this is Shevchenko. Sao Paulo looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Duke chasing after it. Nakamura, a player who needs no introduction. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Neymar proves just a little bit too strong. That's a good run he's making there. Neymar not one to pass up the chance to run on the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And a chance! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
That's the end of the first 45. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Sao Paulo are up by the odd goal in 3. Just about shading things at the break. So we're off again. Beckenbauer. Chiellini. And it's Nakamura. That's Rijkaard. Adams. Beckenbauer driving forwards. Great defending, strong and determined. Chiellini. Aim forwards. Messi. Looking to play in it. Can he finish? Oh, what has happened here? Oh, sweet feet. Donatoni. Hazard. Now, what about a counter-attack? Neither of these two want to come off second best. Kimmich. Spread it left. It's a pretty loose pass. Van de Beek. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter, they've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That's really well cleared. Adams. And it's Rijkaard. Nakamura. Beckenbauer. And it's Azar. Referee's given a throw.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 11, camisa 8, camisa 21,
Laid
camisa
out towards the
5,
right wing.
camisa 22, Neymar. Deixando o campo para a entrada de
Nice looking ball.
camisa 18,
Serginho
camisa
with acres of space out wide.
camisa 15,
Chiellini
camisa
can get it
19,
clear.
camisa 6. Substituição.
Bale.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Into the last quarter of an hour. And he's forced to go back.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Out of play for a throw. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. Looking for options for movement. Quick look, then plays it in. Cleared away. Passing. Great chance! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's been taken short. Shot at goal! Well, that's a race for the ball. Sao Paulo have their second corner now. Serginho plays it short. That's very neat. Serginho's cross.
Sao Paulo can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And this is Bale. Oh, it's Bale! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Sao Paulo close now to seeing this one through to the end. That's going wide left. Now he's got space here. Serginho providing an outlet on that flank. That's good play. Hazard. And the finish! And there goes the final whistle. Sao Paulo have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.